I want to talk to you today about the new sauce visual offering we've got. I want to talk a little bit about why we did it, what it's made of, and show you how it works a little bit. Go through the user interface and everything. So the main idea around sauce visual is sometimes changes can come from anywhere. If you're working on a team across multiple time zones, multiple countries, you can see that someone deploys something, someone puts a new piece of inventory in your e-commerce site. Objects on the page could get misaligned, things can get thrown off a little bit. And here's an example of an e-commerce site. You could order some swag, you order some stuff from Sauce Labs, and then somebody deploys a new version of the site and some changes are getting made. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of changes. Look at all that. Well, it's too late to roll back. You can't really go back. So did you notice all the changes? See the puppy dog here. That's probably different from what was there before, but were there any other changes? I don't know. That shopping cart certainly doesn't look right. Oh my goodness. So what do we do? Well, at Sauce Labs, we run a visual test. And I'm going to show you a little bit of code here. This is a fairly simple Selenium test using a page object. We have this code online in an example repo, just for you to check out if you'd like to. We add a single line of code here that says sauce visual check. And we're going to take a screenshot before we log into the website. And then we're going to take a screenshot after we log into the website and see what is the difference. So the first time we run this through, run our configurations, and I'm going to run the full suite of tests. There are 6 tests in here, and these will all run on Sauce Labs. Before you know it, it'll be all finished. And then we will check the user interface. And we can see these tests are running. Normal test. And we're going to start to see visual results rolling in here. Now, and when we ran through our test, we're not quite finished yet. We're gathering our screenshots still. What happened is we need to create a baseline for these tests by saying that these tests, this is the first time that this is ever run. So we're going to check the baselines. Checking the baselines. Everything looks pretty good. Now what we're going to do is insert a little bit of chaos by running the full suite again with a modified option. So basically I'm making the site think that we've made a new deployment. Let's just pretend that that's what happened. So we can watch the test run. Once again, executing in real time, we see already the puppy dog is there. And we see that we're having some visual differences. When you look at the log here, we can see that some screenshots were captured along the way. And then we go down here, we can see that we got another screenshot here. Here is the link to the visual results, always comes up through your console just fine. And we can see that some changes were detected here. Now let's zoom in on that. If we zoom in here, we can see that the dog has changed. And if we want to understand the details around what exactly changed inside this image, we can see by clicking here that we can see the difference between the image link and some of the attributes around there within the DOM. So not only is it showing you visually what's changed, but what are the attributes within the DOM structure that have changed. And if you're having trouble finding the differences, they're all, you can highlight them as you go through here and see the visualization of the difference. And if you really want to get an emphasis on it, you can make the pink boxes opaque and the ignore boxes dark gray. Now, really cool feature that I wanted to make sure we show is that instead of doing the synchronized zoom pan, we can actually go to an overlay and turn up and down the difference between the baseline and the current in case you need to see like really what is the subtle difference between the two. Not very subtle with the puppy dog, but up in a control like this, we can see that this control here is tilting a little bit. Over here, once again, you can say baseline, current, baseline, current. You can dial between them and then switch back to side-by-side mode anytime you want. Now, if you decide that this change is good, then you can click the thumbs up button. But I actually think that there's something wrong here. I want to reject this change and say that there's a problem. then it automatically iterates to your next one. You can say that this one is fine. No changes were detected. Now on this took a full page screenshot of the entire thing. And now you're able to pull out the differences between all of them. You can see that this text is right justified instead of left justified. And that's causing the problem. And you can iterate through each one of these looking at the DOM, and you can see the text align attribute is lit up. Pretty cool feature because that allows you to do real debugging, get information you can really send to your developers to figure out what exactly is going on. Once again, you can go to overlay mode, look here, and then you can dial up baseline current. And that we're going to then reject this change and then go to the next screenshot. Next screenshot. And we are done reviewing this test case. One thing I should note is that you can set regions to ignore. So if there's a dynamic advertisement somewhere on your page and it's always different and you can't ever rely on what it is, or if there's some text differences, you can always set to ignore those. And you do that inside the code using some fairly simple API calls, which we have examples of in the example repo. So anyway, that's a brief overview of Visual. I just wanted to show that, and there's a lot more to it. My colleague Andreas has produced a much longer video that shows the intricate details of what's going on inside Visual. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the why and the how of this really exciting new product and the kinds of things that are coming for it in the near future. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll come back and ask for more on this exciting new project. Thank you very much.